All right. Welcome everybody. Back to Hearth and Home. You guys are talking about Fresh Me in the chat. I almost just said Fresh Me. But welcome back to Hearth and Home. Twitch has been a little bit weird for me today. I don't know why. So if you guys notice any weird things, that'd probably be it. And I'm flying blind without my stream manager because it just will not load. So everybody behave.
No promises.
Does this mean Sour won't get smited?
No, that doesn't mean that because Nightbot just automatically will do it for me. So
Sad.
Sour will still get smited even though I don't have my stream manager. It's not me manually doing it ever. It's always Nightbot. There's a certain amount of caps that you can't have in your message before it'll just ban the message. But anyways, we return to Hearth and Home. Yeah, let me look it up because I don't even think I know what it is. Yeah, I should probably check that. I'll do it after this stream. And maybe make it a little longer too. You managed to get that one out without getting banned though, so. Yeah, so previously on Hearth and Home, we did sort of a different little mini session because Hilda couldn't make it. So at the end of the prior session, Hilda and Flimp got into a minor altercation, which resulted in Hilda getting knocked out. And since Hilda couldn't make the session, we decided to go an extra day, just a small little short hour-long thing of travel, and kept Hilda knocked out for that day. So you only missed one day, Hilda.
Yay.
You hit your head on a rock.
Yeah, they were trying to lift you up into the cart because you were unconscious, and they bonked your head again, and that's what kept you knocked out.
And it somehow raised my intelligence.
Yeah, knocked a few
Sniped.
Holy shit.
knocked a few brain cells into place.
It gave me reverse brain damage.
So during that little day of travel, while the party is on their way to Rockfall, for those who aren't aware, they're heading to a small town in the mountains, looking to investigate the appearance of some witches in the area, and this is where it's led them. So they're in the midst of traveling to the mountains, and during that one day of travel, they ran into a fork in the road, to which they decided to turn right. And after turning right, they found a troll blocking their path who demanded that they pay a toll to pass, which they didn't want to do. So they turned around and headed the other direction in the fork in the road, where they found a bigger troll who also demanded a toll. So what they ended up doing was Flimp had a nice little plan where they tricked the two trolls into fighting each other over business profits. And in the midst of the fight between the two trolls, they managed to slip by without them noticing. So after that, they continued down. After they slipped by the trolls, they continued down the path. And had to end up camping for the night as they just hadn't quite made it to the mountain town of Rockfall yet. So where we're at right now, they took a long rest up in the mountains. And where we continue from is them waking up.
But
So,
we're not actually next to the trolls.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, we just like
Just-
set up camp
just for
5
Hilda.
feet from them.
Yeah, I just
We
left it
wake
on the
up, they're
screen
still
so-
No, they
hitting
won't
each other.
realize this.
I left it on the screen so Hilda could see the trolls.
We hear them like whacking each other's heads in from a distance.
But yes. You wake up as the sun kind of streams between some crags in the mountainside. Hilda waking up with quite a headache from your several bumps on the head. And the rest of you,
And
it
my
wasn't
brain
exactly.
swelling.
The rest of you, it wasn't exactly a very comfortable rest, as you're on sort of rocky, hard ground. But you have your whole day ahead of you. So what do you do? Back to bed.
Everybody turn, put the snooze on your alarm, and go back to sleep.
I'm just trying to nurse this fucking headache.
So you're still in sort of a little bit of a nook along the mountainside with an outcropping over your head to keep off any rain if it happened. As each of you sort of wakes up throughout the morning, you pack up your things and are ready to go for the day. Your llama is just sort of quietly grazing on some dried ferns on the side of the road.
Good old Cusco.
Good old Cusco.
Some king stuff right there.
Llamas, nature's gladiator.
Well,
Oh, hey, Hilda's
we're all
awake.
ready to travel. Make our way, finish our travel to Rockfall. The hell is awake.
Yeah, you're not dead. Hi.
My God.
You were out
Ooh,
for
so
like
we're not
24
dead.
hours, you know?
Oh, fuck.
It's okay. You know, we met some trolls. They started beating each other up. It's okay.
You what?
It will fill you in on the way there.
No, I won't.
We'll fill you in on the way back
Okay,
too.
I'll fill you in.
I have a plan for when we come back.
I also
I
had a
think
plan.
you'll like Hilda.
Well, thanks, Naraka.
Yeah, I'm
At least I
helpful.
have you.
Everybody else here is not helpful.
All right. So you gather
Oh,
your
here we go.
things. You gather your things, and pack as much as you can up into the cart. There's still room for another person to sit.
Oh shoot, I was on draw mode still.
See the line?
That's the classic
Line.
the classic prank that Roll20 likes to play.
Oh my God.
Ah! Roll
River.
initiative. There's a wild line. There's a purple
Initiative.
worm.
It's a worm. It's a giant caterpillar, actually.
That's the mountain worm. You've discovered
Oh,
a s-
yeah.
a secret encounter. So as you sort of pack your things up and begin to slowly move along in the morning with your cart, you realize that the path that you're on has sort of converged with the other one. Behind you, you can see sort of a similar fork in the road to where you came from. And now before you, with sort of high rocky walls on either side, you continue on your way. Down really the only path available to you, unless you feel like doing some mountain climbing.
Nah, I couldn't leave Cusco like that.
Cusco might be able to climb some rocks.
All right. So you travel along through the early hours of the morning, making relatively good time, as you don't really have to choose your path. You're sort of set along this sort of canyon you're in. And before long, after about maybe an hour's walk, you come to... Actually, let's see. You're not there yet. Give me a sec. Gotta drag you all in. Big Koja. So as you're traveling along, winding your way in between these tall cliff walls, you come to what appears to be a sort of makeshift camp set up ahead of you, on the right side of the rocky outcropping. Seated at the camp, you can see a relatively old-looking man sitting in front of the fire. You can see sort of around his camp there's some things sort of littered around. Some various possessions and a bedroll as you approach. The old man is he's wearing a sort of old looking leathers and slightly misshapen hat. And he looks up as he sees you approaching. He can kind of hear the wheels of the cart as it rattles along, and he says, "Hail there, travelers."
Good morning.
Good
Well-
morning.
How are you this?
Assuming it's
Morning to you. I come in peace. I sure hope that you do as well.
Yeah, sure do. You make it past those trolls back there?
Trolls? Well, I was heading from the
Yeah,
other
some
direction.
Trolls. This way. Yeah, watch out for the trolls.
The trolls, eh?
well, possible trolls.
Yep.
They might have killed each other by now.
Uh,
I hope they did.
I see.
Make things easier for us on the way back.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you kindly for the advice. I'll be sure to keep my eyes peeled for the trolls, I suppose. You said there's multiple of them?
Well, there's one on each of the paths. Once you see the split in the road, we
Well, the last we saw,
got
they were
them
both on the left
to
side.
from your direction of travel.
A
Yeah,
fork in the
they're
road,
both
eh?
on the left. So
So,
Yeah.
You'll
which direction do you reckon I should take then?
I'd say right, if just in case.
They were fighting. If he's coming back,
they were fighting on the left,
Yeah.
but that was last night. So
But trolls
they
are
might have
also very
returned to
tough,
their
and they didn't
respective
seem to
caves, or
really be putting much effort into it.
For a
yeah.
while.
I see. Well, I'll give the ride a shot. What brings you folk out to this here part of the mountain?
We're headed up to Rockfall. Check out some witches that we heard up there.
Witches? In Rockfall?
Mm.
Well, we'll
north
see
of
if there are.
probably, up the mountain. Yeah.
Well, I just came from there and didn't see no witches myself, but I'm not exactly a expert on the matter.
Are you a witch?
Well, Last time I checked, I don't believe I am.
Alright, good.
Nah, just an old prospector myself.
Oh, I see. What are you on the road for?
Just passing through, heading on to Hearth.
Oh. That's where we're coming from,
so he's
actually.
a minor threat.
Oh, goodness.
I heard that this here Rockfall was quite the booming mountain town, and decided to pass on through on my way from Carcassonne. But I gotta tell you, folk, it's not what I heard about in the stories. That there's a ghost town.
Huh.
Yeah, I think that has something to do with the witches.
Well, it just might, but I heard stories about a bustling little settlement, but barely anybody around there.
Well, good to know.
Yeah. Anything up along the road that we need to be aware of, or a clear shot from here to Rockfall?
Well, I can tell you, you're almost there if you're heading to Rockfall. Don't believe that there's anything that should be getting in your way. Just a straight shot on up to the mountain.
Perfect.
Yeah. I guess we'll be on our way. Good luck with the with your travels.
And luck be with you as well.
Hopefully we'll see you back in Hearthhope.
I feel like we're gonna be seeing a lot of people in Hearth. Like the second person we've met that's like, yeah, I'm going there.
Well, if you're heading on back to Hearthhope and I'm still there, then I'll treat you to a drink in the inn. How's that sound?
Sounds perfect.
Oh, just do not hold him to that.
All right, well,
Now you speaking my language.
you folk take care now.
You too.
And you as well.
We didn't get his name, but it's too late.
Right, he's recognizable. There's not many old people around.
Not many
It'd just be
people
weird to
around,
ask now.
period.
we walk back and we're like, hey, what's your name? Thanks, and then walk away. Also, Hilda's under the
As you
car,
walk
right?
away,
Like,
you
that's
hear him
funny.
say, "Wow, how rude that they didn't even ask my name. I've changed
We
my
made it
mind
better.
about
Oh.
that drink."
I guess a message and ask him his name.
No, stop. Jesus. Oh no, someone got smited.
Probably a
Mm,
bot. Based
yeah.
on the
Oh.
username, I think it's a bot.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, so you continue down this sort of rocky canyon, and before long you come to a path that sort of winds up alongside a mountain with a tall rock cliff on your right and a steep drop on your left.
Ooh, fun. Definitely not gonna fall off of this.
Nope.
There's like a cart coming from the other direction, and we have to be like, oh no, are we gonna
Jump
crash
off.
into this cart? Jump off?
So down off the left
Shit, I
side.
was muted.
Oh. Off to the left side, you can see down this sort of steep drop off is a sort of valley in the middle of two mountains, and you can see some trees growing down in there as you peer off this very sharp drop. It's quite a ways down.
Wowie.
As you
Hey, who wants to look over it precariously while I stand behind them?
Here, I'll stand behind you, maybe.
Yeah, no. Sorry, Jay.
Hey, Koji, you want a closer look? Naraka picks you up and hangs you over the side.
By,
God.
by
It's
the
fine.
ankles, just
I
like
heard that-
dangling.
Cats land on their feet, right? So
I don't know how many lives does Koja have.
Yeah.
um,
All night of Koja's lives.
the road here is less just sort of the rocky, gravelly terrain that you're used to, and very obviously has been sort of made into a makeshift path of stone. As you can hear the wooden wheels of the cart rattling against them as you travel now, indicating that you might be nearing civilization.
Coach
Not
is
so
only
much
half
as
As far as
beautiful.
the cliff down.
What's that?
About how far is the cliff down?
At least 100-foot drop.
Damn.
Okay.
Hey, what were you
Full
saying,
just-
Hilda?
Full just jumps over it.
I said you're only half cat, so wouldn't that give you like 4.5 lives?
Yeah, probably.
Koji was born in a leap year, so.
Oh, no, I grabbed Cusco instead of myself. Uh-oh. Oh no, Cusco fell over the cliff, what the fuck?
Cusco dies.
Cusco died.
Jesus.
R.I.P. Cusco.
The fall of an emperor.
He
Literally.
decides he doesn't like us anymore.
You
Cusco cast Feather Fall himself.
you make your way for another hour down this rocky mountain path, and the road itself is sort of on a gradual incline, sloping ever so slightly upwards as you go, increasing your altitude more and more as you head up. And before too long, let me see. You see that it turns sort of a corner off to your right. So as you continue along the path, you eventually arrive. Stalls for time. As I drag all your portraits in. It's actually a good thing that I didn't drag your portraits already, because it probably would have been Sildren and old Kojin stuff. Alright. So, you reach what appears to be sort of a plateau in the mountain that you're on. It flattens out a little bit as the steep incline, it increases a little bit and then curves off to your right as you travel along.
Zooming out, I just had to do.
You don't have to zoom
Huh, I
out.
wonder
Yeah.
what could be around that corner.
Well, no, it loaded me at like the top
Huge.
corner of the map, so I had to zoom
Yeah, me
out
too.
just to go down.
Yo, I bet there's nothing around that corner. Let's climb down. Keep going straight.
Yeah, I think we should just start going back down. I think we need to go down actually to get to this place.
Shh, guys, no
Who's got a-
spoilers. Chad hasn't seen that part of the map yet.
Oh, whoops.
Let me just pull out my handy dandy climbing gear that Jay
There we go.
so
Much better.
nicely gifted to us. Well, chat wasn't looking.
So as you round the bend into this plateau, you can see a small sort of settlement, sort of neatly placed in the middle of this mountain plateau. The houses are small and rather humble, and there doesn't really appear to be anybody walking around. The sort of dirt paths that organize this town into sort of makeshift streets are abandoned, and although you can see a light in some of the windows, there's nobody walking around outside.
Suspicious.
Eerie.
Yeah, that too.
If I remember from the letter, it said they were up in the mountains, right? Not actually in Rockfall. So maybe we can ask around here, see if anybody's seen anything weird going on. But I imagine the witches themselves are up in the mountains.
+4 intelligence
some-
character is correct.
Hmm.
The note said that they were passing through Rockfall, not that they were actually in Rockfall.
Right.
Dang, we're traveling.
So what you see on your left
Is
is
there
sort of
any
the.
place that I can that would? Yeah. Go.
I'll give you a little bit more of a description, and then you can, if you still have a question, you can ask it. On your left is sort of the backs of some buildings, a smaller wood and straw hut, and then a slightly nicer house made of brick. But these are the backs of the houses. On your right, you can see a series of buildings, all sort of ever so slightly run down. They don't look like they've been repaired recently. You can see some sconces hanging on the wall with candles lit on this one to the right here. And there's a sign that you can't quite read from this angle sitting out in front of the building.
I think I'm gonna go try and read that sign.
Chrome.
Hey, Coach, are you coming?
Coach is
My
dead.
my internet's being mean again. I'm like restarting Chrome entirely. I'm sorry.
From said,
Just drag me along. I'll be
no.
back in a sec.
Hang on a sec. Just give me 1 sec. I'm just gonna group these two together. Then they should move together. There. Alright, so Flimp, as you near the sign, you can see this one here I'm referring to. It reads Rockfall Sheriff's Office.
Sheriff?
Hmm.
Sheriff's office.
I don't think they would like
This could
us
be a
very
place we
much.
could ask some questions.
Okay, we're like, hello, we've killed
What do you
people
mean?
before. Give
Why
us
wouldn't they like
information
us?
now.
Yeah, why would they like us? It's self-defense.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
you don't have to
true.
tell them that.
Yeah,
Oh
no.
my goodness.
We walk in and it's immediately we are transported to the Midwest. Cowboys.
Yeah, is there like windows or something that I can peek and see if there's actually anybody in there?
There's a window here.
I will creepily
No,
peek in the
my
window.
inputs. Why creepily?
Does somebody want to give Flimp a boost?
I don't know, because
I'll give him a boost. Why not?
he would jump.
Give him a boost.
And move over to where there's
Alright.
not really a big window because I feel like a 9 foot tall person is not very
Sideways Cusco.
very
I
stealthy.
like squat down and put my hands together.
Peering in the window, you can see that there's definitely lights on inside. There's some candles lit within the building. You can see out in front of you a desk with a young girl sitting at it. And off to your right, some kind of worse for wear couches.
Alright.
Oh, I
I
finally
guess
have
I'll
audio.
pop down
Thank
and knock on
goodness.
the door.
Oh my god, Cusco's
I hit to rotate the cart and he rotates
Go.
with it. Sideways Cusco.
Cusco will wait for you guys right here.
He's resting.
sleeping.
He's resting.
Yeah,
He's
your
He's
llama.
sleepy.
Your llama takes a nap while you guys explore.
I'm going to pat his head. Anyway, yeah, let's go inside. Why not?
Good llama.
The best llama.
All right. So you make your way inside. The door is unlocked. A small little bell above the door rings as you walk in. Big. It gets me
Are we
every
inside?
time.
Cat.
What's that?
Big
Wait,
cat.
are we inside? It's
Not
still
loading.
hot. It's still outside on my screen. I think I'm just lagging.
Yeah. I would say refresh, but I don't know if that'll help you.
Rip Kojo.
Yeah. Oh wait, it's kind of loading. Oh, I'm big again.
All right, I'll give you a description since you're behind a little bit. So the inside of this building, it's not very big, and it looks old, sort of in a state of slight disrepair. It's not dilapidated or anything like that. It's not falling apart, but it looks like it hasn't had any sort of repairs in quite some time. There's a fire lit off to your right by some old and slightly worn couches. And before you, well, off to your left is a small little holding cell built into the side of the building, with bars across it and a big steel gate. Inside, you can see
Okay, loaded.
a sort of a
Thank God.
cot hanging on the wall. Behind the girl is some cabinets and a bookshelf, and there's another room off to your right behind the couches. The girl, as you enter, who's she's seated behind the desk, but she doesn't quite reach the normal height one would be to use this sort of desk. So she sits a little bit low. She kind of has to boost herself up a little bit. But as you open the door and the bell rings, she looks up from what she's doing, and she says, "Well, I wasn't expecting visitors, but welcome."
Greetings.
Yeah, we're new.
I can see that, but which part are you from?
We're from Hearth.
Hearth, I see. Don't get too many visitors around here. But
Yeah, I can see.
you're welcome to make yourselves comfortable if you want. You can sit down at the couches here. Were you visiting me for any sort of reason, or?
We came here in search of witches.
Just out with it, I guess.
She
I
hops. She hops
do
down
rhyme
from
with
her chair. She's rather short and relatively young looking. Definitely no older than like 16.
How tall is she? Roughly.
Definitely taller than Flimp. But shorter than everybody else. She barely makes chest height on the rest of you, and Naraka, you tower over her.
Yes, superiority.
How's
As,
the weather up there?
A little chilly.
as she runs up to you can see that she's got a oversized greatsword strapped to her back. That slightly it kind of tilts her off balance as she walks.
Oh, adorable.
And she runs up to you guys and then sort of motions for you. You can have a seat if you'd like.
I guess so.
Probably sit. I feel like I'm being like embarrassing her. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna be cool and vault the couch to sit down.
I just step over the couch.
Flimp, she motions for you. You can sit here if you'd like. I'll stand.
No, it's okay. And I'm just gonna sit down on the floor.
All right, if you're sure.
Wait, with Flip sitting on the floor, can you even see over the coffee table?
Just barely.
Barely. I think standing, I might be at your chest.
Now, it's not often we get visitors in Rockfall, and mostly it's just people passing through. It's really not often that we get 4 people at once. So, did you have some sort of business in town, or are you traveling through?
We might be here for a bit. We're kind of investigating something.
Yeah.
You see her ears.
Investigating.
She sort of perks up when you say investigating. She says, "An investigation? Well, I'm the acting sheriff of this here town, so if I can help, then I'd be happy to."
Guys, I think we should adopt another NPC. What?
A little.
Jeez,
How
a
about we
great.
little
store the
Feel about it.
notes down in the basement and go from there?
Jesus.
We
Well, I
got
want to
ourselves
see if the town's usually this empty, you know? It seems a little off. It might be related.
Well, yeah, it's been like this for quite some time, to be honest. We don't get too many visitors through here. And the people who used to live here, they mostly moved on out of here. Not many prospects for those in Rockfall, you see.
So there
Sorry
haven't
to
been
change
any...
the subject,
Ooh,
but
sorry.
I gotta ask. Aren't you a little young to be a sheriff?
You see her turn
That's
a
a
little
good
bit red as you say that, and she says, "Yeah, well, a lot of folk tell me that, but well, the last sheriff who I used to tail around, he had to leave, so with nobody else to take up the role, I stepped in.
You had to leave?
Yeah, the last sheriff, Mr. Barrington, he up and left one night. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure why, but a couple days later, a bunch of soldiers from the Royal Army come marching through town looking for him. And, well, I liked Mr. Barrington, so I didn't tell him where he went. And they moved right along after that. But that was about 2 years ago, and ever since I've been acting sheriff.
So you
Fuck's
know
sake.
where he went.
Not really. He just said he was heading on off to the east. Now,
So there's just not a lot of visitors. There haven't been, like, any disappearances or anything?
well, therein lies the problem. You see, Rockfall's been mostly a ghost town for, well, longer than I've been alive. I'd say
Huh.
best estimate around 20 years now. But it's been a bit of a gradual process.
Who all's still left in the town?
Well, the mayor stuck around, bless his soul, and his maid's still around. We still got the 2 at the general store. They make, I think, just barely enough to survive on those who pass through the mountains. But other than that, we got a couple village folk. The Henshaw sisters are still around, and well, there's still the people at the inn. Linla, who runs it, and a couple folk who stay there.
I see.
Now, you said that you folk came to this town investigating something. What exactly were you investigating?
Or the note? I'm specifically referring to the one that we found in the basement, or that you all found in the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show it
Because
to
I think
her.
that one is Yeah, I don't have it. I would assume.
Coughs loudly.
All right. She reads the note and says, "Well, well, I'm afraid I don't understand. What exactly is this in reference to?"
We have reason to believe there might be witches around here.
Down by
Witches.
I think the
Hearth, they've
leader
been.
are up
Ooh.
here.
Yeah.
You've been having problems with witches down near Hearth?
Yeah, they've been kidnapping people to grind their bones.
No. That sounds mighty serious. We have been having some disappearances, but not exactly recently.
Hmm.
How long ago?
Well, just sort of a gradual thing, really, over the past couple years. Every once in a while, people will just stop showing up in town, and a lot of us, for the first little bit, assumed that they were moving away. Didn't want to say their goodbyes, but I'm not convinced of that, to tell you the truth.
What do you think might be going on?
Well, I don't rightly know exactly what's going on, but I don't think they just moved out. But a lot of odd things have happened in Rockfall over the past 20 years. And I can't really see where it's connected, but I've been looking into it.
Yeah. I'm not entirely convinced they were moving either.
Odd things happening. Tell us more.
She gives you sort of a slight smile and says, well, finally someone on my side of things. Most folk here just think I'm a busybody and I should stop worrying about things. They say, well, it's a ghost town, so it makes sense that people want to move away.
Hmm. Sounds like too much of a coincidence to me.
I agree with that.
Does anyone strange ever pass through at night?
You see her eyes kind of widen as you say that. At night? Well, tell you the truth, I was staying up late one night doing some work, and I thought I heard something outside. I peered out the window and I saw some sort of shape moving through town. And when I ran outside to go and see what it was gone. But like I said, lots of strange
Was it
things happen
big?
in Rockfall.
Like 9 feet around big?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I never got a good look at it, just sort of through the window. So, sort of medium size, I don't really know.
Did you see which way it was headed?
Again, I just saw some shadows moving. I didn't really see where it was headed. I looked out the window, saw some shadows, and then ran over to the door, but by the time I opened the door, there was nothing there.
Spooky.
Very spooky.
Well, we'll help look into the strange happenings around here.
You know, you've already got a pretty good lead, honestly.
Hilda, you're closest to her. Make a perception check.
Okay.
Hmm.
Perception. 17.
Alright. You sort of realize as she says this next thing, something about her, so I'll just explain it. over the course. As you say that you'll help her out, she just sort of lets out a long sigh and says, "Well, I'd be glad to have some sort of help around here." And Hilda, you notice that she looks exhausted. She has dark rings under her eyes, and as she says that, she just sort of sinks into her chair.
Relieved.
Some days I feel like I'm just an outsider to everybody else. They all just sort of go about their business, but, well, I'm the only one that thinks that there might be some sort of connection between all these odd things that have happened. She sort of sits up all of a sudden and says, "How rude of me! I never asked any of your names. My name's Katrina, but you can just call me Cat. Most folk do around here."
I thought I was the cat.
Nice to meet you, Kat. I'm Hilda.
Nice to meet you, Hilda.
I'm Koja.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Naraka.
She greets each of you in turn as you introduce yourself.
And Flimp says nothing.
Flim sits there in silence.
I thought I said something.
He's behind the
Maybe I
table.
didn't.
She forgot he was there.
I heard something, but it cut out slightly. I think. So.
Disappears. Hmm. He goes invisible.
Yeah, just shoot, where'd he go now?
Vanished.
He's so short, he's gone, and we're like, wait, where'd he go?
Starts crawling under the table and disappears.
Well, it's nice to meet you all. I suppose you can go asking around in town if you need any more information, and I'd be happy to help out in any way I can.
Well, I think for now, the best thing, I mean, really might not help depending on how long we're here, but try to keep a good lookout at night.
Yeah.
I see.
Let us know if you need anything or if you see anything.
I can do that. There's an inn in town if you are thinking of staying over the night.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Better than sleeping on the
Roughly
ground.
what time is it at this point?
It's still just before noon right now.
Okay.
Can't go to sleep yet.
Yeah, and I definitely don't think we know enough to just move on to the mountains now.
We're like,
Yeah,
alright, let's go to
definitely
bed.
Well, it's a small town.
Right.
It's not too hard to find
So-
things, but if you need my help as a little tour guide, I suppose I could help you out there too.
If it's not too much trouble.
I can spare a few moments if you want.
Yeah, sure.
That would be greatly appreciated.
She sort of has to hop out of the large armchair that she's sitting in. Just a moment, let me grab some things.
Like Naraka was pushing Koja and Hilda off of the couch. Sorry, my god.
They just roll over the armrest as Rocket stands up.
It's like
It
being
would've
stuck on
been
the ends
fun.
on a road trip.
It would have been funny if she sat on one of the ends of the couch. They just slumped.
Yeah.
And the other side
Hilda
lifted
gets
up off the
catapulted
ground.
through the wall.
Yeah.
All right, Katrina grabs some things from her bag and sort of waddles over, carrying quite a few things on her back now, between her backpack and her great sword. Every once in a while, you notice as she walks alongside you as you exit the sheriff's office. The great sword itself is so big that it drags across the ground every once in a while.
Pains me on the inside a little bit. That thing is like so dull now.
I mean, does it really have to be sharp when it's that heavy?
Yeah, well, it's more like blunt force trauma instead of cutting anything. So, would you rather die by blunt force trauma or be cut in half?
Insert that description of Guts' sword here.
Alright, I'm just gonna leave your llama there so we don't have to drag it around everywhere.
Good idea.
Yeah.
So she sort of tags alongside you and says, well, you've already seen the sheriff's office, and she looks off to her right. Well, this over here is the general store.
Spend all of my money, guys. Let's go spend money.
So if you need to stock up on some supplies after your journey, this would be a good place to do it.
Yeah, it's only occurring to me now that we didn't buy enough for food for a return trip.
Yeah, and also they might have some interesting things.
Genius.
You never know. General
Yeah.
stores are crazy, you know?
Yeah, they might have some shitty Walgreens toy aisle cap guns.
Love them.
I'm
They
gonna
have
ask if she
Kinder
needs help carrying
surprises.
some of the stuff she got.
I think I'll be alright now. This is what I usually carry around with me, so I'll be just fine, thank you. Mighty kind of
Alright.
you to offer, though.
Insult the
mentioned-
child indirectly.
Naraka, the sign here says the Eladni General Store.
Is that spelled ALADDIN
I'll spell
hyphen
it.
Y?
I'll spell it in the Roll20 shop.
Eladni.
Well, were you folk thinking of stopping by in here or moving along?
We
couldn't
could
hurt
check
to-
it out.
Window shop a little.
Alright,
Stare at the little trinkets.
they should be inside.
What if they have souvenirs?
All the way out here.
I don't know.
I'm not
can
paying
find
for 'em.
Souvenirs in weird places. I want to get an overpriced snow globe. What are you talking about?
As if you could afford it.
I could actually. Excuse you. Sure, I would have nothing
Yeah,
to do with
okay.
it.
I mean, it would probably cost like a silver piece or something.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
guys are the
true.
richest
I
party.
have to get Adelaide a souvenir. She has to know where I've been. One place.
Yeah, we visited the murder town. We have to get a memory for it.
We visited the murder town. I bought an overpriced snow globe. Here we go. Hope you enjoy it. Ooh, potions.
Ooh, cheese.
On the internet.
Yes,
What
the
is
important things.
cheese?
Okay, well, you like cheese, I guess.
Jesus, good.
Oh man, cheese.
There's a pumpkin.
Oh, mac and cheese.
I don't know. Is this
Don't
roast?
have any macaroni here.
As you walk into the general store, it's a relatively small store as far as buildings go, but behind the counter, Flimp, you recognize this woman as definitely a gnome, and the man as well. In fact, the counter is a lot lower than you'd expect normal counters to be, just to make up for their height.
Yes.
So you have no trouble looking over the counter actually this
Or
time,
made
Flimp.
for me.
Wow, this is what it's like
Trouble
being
do I have
Naraka.
Need a boost of
navigating
look on the
this?
counters.
The rest of you, yeah, would have to sort of bend down to pick something up off of these
How much
counters.
do I have to bend?
Almost completely bent double, just to grab stuff off of any of these counters, as they are specifically lower, built for gnomish folk.
Hey guys, I'll just walk around on
Wow,
my
this-
knees right now.
Naraka
I finally know what it's
first
like being Naraka.
Yeah, you get to have a me eye view. I say, waddling around on my knees. Yeah, nice store.
But
Pleasant.
Katrina walks in and walks up to one of the two in the store and says, "Hello, Bet. How are things at the store?" And he says, not too bad. How are things at the sheriff's office, Cat? So he goes, can't complain. The general store itself has sort of a wide assortment of things spread throughout. Lots of food, mostly.
I was right. Guys, we're gonna find souvenirs here.
Oh my god.
There's some rope, a variety of vegetables, some cheeses, the odd loaf of bread, a pumpkin. It's sort of a very eclectic variety of things. Naraka, on the shelf that you're looking at, has a couple bottles with some multicolored liquids in them.
Oh, my legs work again.
Coach is paralyzed every time she walks into a room.
Naraka, the gnomish man walks up to you and says, were you looking for something?
Particularly, I would ask if you guys have any souvenirs, but I doubt that. Anything funky? You guys have anything funky?
Souvenirs, well,
Yes.
we don't exactly get too many tourists through here. So we don't really stock any souvenirs.
That's okay. Now, here's a. What would you recommend for
A
for
girlfriend?
travelers? No, we're moving on.
Recommend? Well, depends on what your purposes are. Are you looking for food? Are you looking for utility? What exactly are you need?
Okay, hey guys, we're gonna make a shopping list. I yell to literally everyone else in the store. What do you guys want from this store?
Coach is rubbing her temples.
I say while we're all in the store. What do you guys want?
Well, we've got all sorts of things. We've got some mess kits. We got some parchment. We got an excess of miner's picks. We've got some shovels.
Could be useful.
Yeah, that could be a fun gimmick weapon.
Are these potions here on this shelf?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, we got some old potions of healing, but they're a couple of years old now, to tell you the truth.
Are they cheaper?
Are they
little.
discounted?
Well, in fact, we have discounted them.
They're on the clearance shelf.
What about blue ones?
Well, those dang things we just can't get rid of. They're
What are they?
potions of water breathing. But not too much water up in this here mountain, so just can't seem to get rid of the darn things.
You never know when that might come in handy.
Yeah, you do never know.
Yeah, how much do you want for them?
Well, those ones are 40 gold, and the healing potions are 35.
Well, I sure don't have enough for either of those.
Makes a noise like I've been stabbed in the chest.
But I did buy an expensive crossbow, so, you know.
Well,
What's the multicolored
Maybe we'll
ones?
get them on the way back out. I don't have too much money with me at the moment.
by multicolored, I just meant that there's a bunch of bottles with different
Oh,
colors. That's,
okay.
yeah,
thought
I
you
phrased that
meant
a
one
little
was,
weird.
like,
No worries.
rainbow. No,
I phrased it a little
I
weird.
keep
don't
forgetting that Flimp still doesn't have money.
Slimp has no money.
I have no money.
In terms of money, we have no money.
worry. Do you have? Hang on, Flimp. Do you have 0?
I have 14.
Okay, I just want to make sure you didn't have 0 because you shouldn't have 0.
I gave myself 25 to start and just kind of ran with that. Or
Yeah,
maybe it
that's
was
fine.
15 to start. I don't know.
I just wanted to be sure that it wasn't 0 because you definitely shouldn't start with 0.
Yeah.
But the others have found a lot of money, so that's why they have more than you.
Hey, how much do you two have, huh? Why don't you start chipping in?
Excuse me, I literally just offered to pay for our groceries, but I don't have that much money.
Well, fine. I want
Well,
2
we
potions of
don't-
water breathing. How about that?
I don't have enough money for that.
No, well, I guess. Well, what use are you then, huh?
I have enough money for one. If you want one of them.
No,
Do
we'll get
one.
them later.
Yeah, we'll just
Yeah, we'll get them on the way out.
The
Like you
The-
said, they aren't going anywhere.
the gnomish
Sorry.
man who Katrina called Bet. He looks around at all of you and says, "You folk are definitely new in town. Something bring you here? Don't get too many
we're just-
visitors to Rockfall."
We're just investigating a lead.
Well, starting to sound a whole lot like our here Katrina.
Yeah, well,
Have you seen anything strange out around at night?
At night, can't say that I have. Carlos, he calls to the woman behind the counter, and she goes, "Yes. These folk are asking if we've seen anything strange at night. I haven't, but you seen anything strange at night?" And the woman says, "I don't believe I have. No. Strange things at night. No, don't go wandering around at night much, so I can't say that I have."
well, thanks for your help anyway.
Well, happy to help.
We should probably. How many days of do we have left from what we purchased
How much did you guys buy again?
back in?
We bought a week's worth, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty
like
sure
7
And
days.
it took you 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5 days to travel here. Is that what it was?
I
I think
think
so.
I think this might be the 5th day, but I'm not sure.
Something like that.
Yeah. So we'll say you have 2 days of rations left.
We should probably get more.
Yeah, but you know,
Or
when
we
we're
could- we
leaving, I
I
could
think.
don't know
wait,
where we're
yeah,
headed up in the
we could wait.
mountains.
Also, yeah, when we decide to leave. to
Yeah,
go
we
to the-
we should get food, but we'll wait
No.
until we're heading out to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the Aladdin General Store is open in the daytime, so if the sun's up, you come on through.
No.
Alrighty. We'll be back before we head out, so we can get some resupply on some food.
Some
Alright.
pickaxes too for going to the mountains.
Well, we'll be open.
Wait, you don't feel like using your great axe to break some rocks?
No, actually, that would chip it, and that is disgraceful. I would never use.
But it's
a
magic.
rock. It's magic. I'm not gonna break rocks with my axe, because that's not what axe.
No, I guess you're just a wuss.
Huh?
Naraka will break it with.
You heard me.
I will break it with my fist. I'll break that shit with my head, but never a weapon.
You folk take
God.
care now.
You too.
You too.
Alright, you make your way back outside to the empty streets.
I love having to zoom out every time we.
Keep landing on this horse, Overy.
Yeah, me too.
It's like, okay, look at the horse. Look at the horse now.
Alright, I'll shift click for you guys then if it's dragging you all the way over there.
Look at my horse.
Nah, I'm fine.
That's okay. I like looking at the horse. I'm like, yes, this is a horse.
So,
Katrina,
where next?
Katrina begins to kind of move along the row of buildings. To the next one. The next one is a little bigger than the other buildings, and just ever so slightly nicer looking. It still shows that same sort of state of disrepair, but it looks like when it was built, it was definitely a nicer building than the others. Though it still kind of has dust lining the windows, and the wood seems old. And Katrina says, well, this here's the mayor's house. I'm not sure if he's in, but he usually should be in the daytime, so if you wanted to speak with him, we could go inside.
Couldn't hurt to introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, dude, we're gonna be living in your town for like a few days. Don't get too shocked.
Where were you last night?
Pulls out great axe. Hey, sir, seen anything funky lately?
Yeah,
Decides to use
Where
his,
is
like, +2 to like intimidation. There's like +5 or something. I don't even know at this point.
Katrina
Did
strolls
you
up
put
to the
your name with
door
a tablet of fire?
and begins to knock and waits a moment. And after a couple seconds, the door opens and you see a girl that's almost as short as Katrina is. And you can actually see she's wearing a maid's uniform, and you can see from under her sort of little hair accessory, you can see that there's 2 small ears poking out on the top of her head.
Can we get a close up?
Yep.
God, for a second I thought that was the mayor, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on around here?"
And as she opens the door, Katrina says, "Oh, hey there, Aya. Is the mayor in?" And the young girl says, I think he is. You can come inside if you want. I'll go grab him."
Sour, please.
Out of character. This is out of character, but my eyes just popped out of my head. I'm sitting here like, this is it. This is the campaign that features cow maids, everybody.
Wait, is that actually what she is? I just assumed that was in Gun
I don't
Hurry.
know. I have no idea. It looks like cow.
She's a
Can I tell
satyr.
what she is?
She's a satyr.
Oh, we couldn't
That's
see the
even
bottom
better.
half. That's it.
She is wearing a very long dress.
Ah.
Maid girls are superior. I don't care what anybody else says. My personal opinion.
Do I need to get in the H jail?
Probably.
Out of character, of course. Narco would never.
Yeah,
Thank you,
sure.
No, she's committed. You're not allowed to. No home wrecking in this house.
The maid says, "You can all have a seat." To the whole group of you. I'll just go grab him. He'll be with you in a moment.
Ah, my power move seat. Ah, Hildy.
I can move.
No, it's too late.
No. There, I moved.
Fine.
There you go.
You hear the maid give a small on the door, and then she enters. And then after a few moments, you see a dwarven man exit the room with long hair and a very long beard. And he approaches the table and says, "Aye, well, some new faces in town."
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well. I'm Mayor McConnell. It's nice to meet you all. To tell you the truth, we don't get many visitors in town, so what exactly brings you all here?
So
We should
we've
show
been
them the
told.
letters. I think we should show them the letters, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Spread them all out on the table.
Yeah. It's like, here you go. Let's speed run this.
Do-do-do-do.
All right, you spread them all. You spread them all out on the table, and he takes a moment to read them all. Seems sort of give a frown as he reads them, and says, "Well, this sounds like serious business. Though I feel as though I'm still missing something." I see.
There have been.
Whatever you lot are chasing has definitely led you to our little town, but what exactly are you chasing?
Witches.
There
Breed
have been.
people
Yeah,
who
there.
kill people and grind their bones into meal or whatever.
Yeah, there have been witches kidnapping people by Hearthhope, and frankly, from what I've heard from Kat, I'm not sure this is the first town they've attacked.
Seems like more of a widespread coven than we thought originally.
Hmm.
Trouble from Hearthhope, eh? Old Lady Bailey having some issues, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, you two know each other?
Of course. All the lords of the settlements have met each other at some point.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Well, our town certainly is in pretty poor shape at the moment, and it's been slowly becoming that way for quite some time, to tell you the truth. Now, I don't know how much Cat here has told you about our little town here. I mean, he's looking at you guys to answer.
Eh. I mean, pretty much what you just summed up, at least from what I remember.
Yeah, we summarize everything Cat told us.
To share that.
The way to speedrun introductions. We tell him everything that he's told us.
Hey, I'm just making use of how Jade told us to do that stuff.
Well, it was
Yeah, no,
easier
I
this
get
way.
it.
Yeah.
I see. Well, long time ago, Rockfall used to be quite the mining town. It was rather prosperous, and we used to have all sorts of prospectors passing through. And, well, business was booming and times were good. But, around, let me see, maybe 20 years ago, I would say, perhaps, things started to change for the worst. And that was around the time when, well, there was that big discovery. A new vein in the mines. And then, well, business was even better from there. That was probably the best the town's ever seen. And then about a year later, we had some people fall ill. And, well, illness claimed quite a few people from the town. And folk who could started moving out. Folk who couldn't stuck around. And most of them were claimed by the same very illness.
Do you know what the illness was?
It came on rather quickly, and well, there wasn't any doctor up here. So I couldn't tell you exactly what the illness was. Although, if you want to know more about that, there's someone you can talk to in town.
Who would that be?
You see him sort of scratch his beard and he says, though, tell you the truth, I don't know if he'd be all that up to it. Another dwarf like myself. His name is Mildane. You can find him either at the inn, drinking usually, or at his house. It's the straw roof house.
Uh-huh.
I'll keep that in mind.
Naraka, you're the closest to him. Make a perception roll.
Okay.
I think I gotta start sitting closer to the NPCs.
I did it on accident. 14.
All right.
Oh, wow.
He's wearing sort of a large shawl around his shoulders, and it's fastened in place with a golden sort of clasp. And on the clasp is a coat of arms.
Can I see what the coat of arms is or not from this distance?
You recognize it. It is
Okay.
the same coat of arms on the ring that you guys found.
gonna say.
No.
I'm gonna pull out the ring.
All right. You pull out the ring, and it is indeed
Does
that
this
same.
belong to you?
You see him sort of squint across the table and says, "Apologies, my eyesight isn't what it used to be. Bring it here then."
Oh, pass it
One
down
passed
the table. to
around.
him.
You pass it down the table, and you see him kind of squint as he looks at it, and says, well, belonged to a cousin of mine. Where did you find this?"
Ooh.
Not it.
Why are we always
Uh,
bad news, guys?
it was in a cave next to some skeletons.
Well,
Yeah.
I feared as much. He wasn't returning my letters, and well, I feared for the worst for him. But I suppose this confirms it then.
Sorry for your loss.
Well, thank you all for bringing it to me. This well, at least let me get some closure. You see him sort of focusing on the ring now, for a moment as you sit there in silence, and he says, where were we?" And he tucks it away in his tunic. Now then, was there anything else you wanted to know about the town? I'd be happy to help if I can.
I think we're good for now.
Yeah, for now.
Well, come on back if you change your mind about that.
Oh man, heavy stuff.
I feel like everywhere we go, we're just like, hey, here's some depressing news about a loved one.
Oh
What?
yeah.
The bearers of bad news.
Yeah. Everywhere
God.
we
And one
go.
time-
Yeah, make that the new group name.
And one time it was our own.
Hilda, get up.
Hilda stays there.
Sorry, I was scratching my eye.
Oh.
Directly.
The maid,
Touching on die.
the maid shows you all to the door, and just sort of lets you all out as you exit. Horse.
Horse.
A horse is a horse.
Horse.
I saw it for a split second.
Horsies. Wait, let's check how many eyes the horses have.
Why?
Why are we checking out my map?
You know,
What kind of weird shit are you into, Koja?
I can't believe this is
Coach
flying
is
over
looking
your
for
heads.
children.
Yeah, come on, guys. How did nobody else catch that? Unbelievable.
Stupid. Okay.
Yeah, you guys are really flexing those intelligence modifiers.
What
Hey, I don't
intelligence
have one,
modifier?
so don't get on my case.
Yeah, I literally don't have an intelligence.
As you leave, the maid closes the door behind you. And Katrina
Well, that was depressing.
Katrina walks to sort of the front of the group and says, well, that was the mayor's house. And then begins to lead you onwards.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we better leave it at that.
That was the mayor's house.
Yep.
Let's go.
Um,
We are at the
the
horse.
she sort of leads you next to this building here, and then looks kind of down this sort of small path here, a makeshift street, if you will, and says, "This here's some of the houses where some of the town folk live. The Henshaw house is just there on the right, and past that is, well, used to be the blacksmith, though she doesn't get much work nowadays. Maybe
Wait,
she
our right or her right?
it's this side, the right.
Okay. Her right.
My legs work. My legs are back. Hi.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you getting on my case about not moving?
And on the left there, furthest one down is Meldane's house, and one closer to that is the old cook residence. And she turns around, finishing that, and points to this building that you're standing in front of with the sign here, and says, "This here's the inn. Well, you can see the sign, but it's called the Mountain's Bounty."
I see.
You can see lights on in the windows.
I forget.
say
Did they
we-
say there's a separate tavern, or is the guy drinking at the inn?
And
Okay.
I say we go to the houses first. Check and see if anyone there knows anything or seen anything.
At least the straw house.
Yeah. Thanks for the tour, Cat.
happy to help out in any way I can. All right.
We're gonna ask around, see if anyone else has seen anything.
Well, if you don't need my help anymore, then I suppose I'll just head on back to the sheriff's office.
Yeah, you look like you could use some rest,
Yeah.
Well, I suppose.
to put it lightly.
Take a load off. The town's not going anywhere.
We're like, hey, you look tired. By the way, would you mind showing us around the entire town?
Yeah, that wasn't very well thought out.
I mean, she did offer.
That's
True, but
Come back and see me if you find anything else out. I'd appreciate knowing it.
we will.
Of course.
we just like don't.
Yeah, we just leave
We
immediately.
never fill her in again.
We immediately leave town.
You see her walk sort
Hey,
of off balance, around the corner.
she told
I
us.
wonder if she's tired
if
carrying that thing.
we find out anything.
Yeah, I don't imagine there will be too much more to find out about this town. Or from
Must be
this
the
town
cliff.
about the
Yeah.
witches, at least.
Yeah, probably not.
Are there any windows, judging from when we came in? Were there any windows in the backs of either of these houses?
Not in the backs, no.
Okay. Yeah. I
Uh,
don't imagine they'll have seen anything, but
I can double check.
you never know.
No windows. Maybe there's
Okay.
one on the blacksmiths, but that's about it.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
a
so
second, I
much
was
for
like,
knocking.
Wait, why the fuck is there a void? And then it clicked.
Big gotcha in the void.
He said he's in the
Doesn't
inn.
look like anyone's in here.
Now we've just stumbled into his house.
You knock,
Stumbled
and
into
Definitely
there's,
not breaking entering.
Yeah.
there's no answer to your knock, and the door doesn't seem to be locked.
Oh shit. There's glass.
Definitely want to check that out.
Yeah.
It appears to be a shattered bottle. From what you can tell, you can see sort of the shape of the neck of the bottle.
Okay.
Still intact.
Man, I wonder what could have been in that bottle when it was intact.
Smell it.
Hmm.
You can smell it if you want.
Alcohol.
I
I don't
nominate
even need
towards
to.
The house itself is a little more rundown than the others. Definitely in the worst state of repair out of any of the buildings that you've been inside. There isn't really even much of a bed. There's just sort of a makeshift cot on the ground with no frame.
I'm gonna check inside this.
What?
Uh,
This is a guy's house.
so.
I'm down for it.
Robbery.
Oh,
Thank you, Flimp.
Yep.
At least
I'm on your
someone
side on
gets
this one.
Inside the cupboard is what appears to be some old food. Some of it is rotten, but some of it is a little newer and not.
Not take his food, please.
yeah,
No.
leave it alone.
Looking around. I'm not gonna steal
Just looking.
food.
Is this a desk
Yeah,
or is
why
this
would-
more of a table?
It's a table, not a desk.
Okay.
Yeah, a rogue stealing things? Never.
I don't know. It seems a little out of
Not
When would that
food.
happen?
If there's like money or something, hell yeah.
Snatched.
I'm a pirate. What do you
Nosy.
want from me?
Nosy little fuckers.
We
Alright.
pillage, you know.
We're gonna go to the inn. Maybe check that out. See if he's
Yeah.
there.
Pillage the inn too.
I'm gonna go across the way.
Okay.
Anyone else want to join me?
Yeah, I guess.
I'll follow.
Wait, where'd I go? Oh,
Okay,
Naraka
I'm
was on
sorry,
top
I'm
of
sorry,
me. I
I'm
see.
sorry. I'm so tall, your existence just like is not registered by anyone.
That one gets me all the time. I'll be like, hang on, did I forget to drag somebody on here? But you're just hiding each other. I'm assuming you knock on the door.
Yeah, of course.
No, we just walk in.
You hear from behind the door a gruff, come in. And as you enter, you see sort of an old-looking forge. It clearly doubles as a house, as you can see a bed and some cupboards around. And the forge itself appears to be relatively old. The orcish woman who is inside, half orc, is not currently hammering anything, and the forge itself looks like it's not quite as hot as the usual forge you've seen. Maybe just being used as a fireplace.
Can we get a close up of her?
Yep.
Yay, NPC close ups.
Everyone get the HGLs ready.
Get the what?
The HDL.
Don't worry about it.
Actually, don't worry about it. It's a secret.
The
Definitely wasn't directed at you.
Nope.
Ah, of course not.
The woman stands up and just sort of looks you all up and down and says, "Can I help you?" She's got kind of a gruff, no patience voice.
Hey, ask her. I'm just following around.
We're asking around to see if anyone's seen anything strange lately.
Seen anything strange?
Yeah, like at night or what have you.
Don't go out much at night.
Understandable, have a nice day.
Yep.
Walks
That
away.
sounds about right.
Oh yeah.
You lot need anything forged?
I think I'm good.
Me with my 2 great axes. I could get a
Yeah, why not get a third?
one. Yeah, and then I would have like a triangle of great axes.
Not at
Immediate
the moment,
disadvantage
but-
to anyone who sees me because 3 great
Form them into a giant shuriken and throw them.
fuses them all together at the middle to make a gigantic boomerang.
Well, figures. Not much work around here for a blacksmith these days.
Unfortunately.
I'd up and move if I
bad.
could,
Someone
but I
should
don't
buy
have the money.
Guys, someone should buy something. I feel bad.
I literally have no
need
use for anything in the
anything,
shop. Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
All right
Sorry
then.
for bothering you.
All right. Look
Maybe
after
we'll
yourselves.
check back in sometime.
Come on back if you change your mind.
We will.
She doesn't say anything further. She just kind of nods and goes back to her business.
Guys, we made her mad. I think we should buy something.
Can we go 2 minutes without running into something depressing?
Guys,
not.
half the people here are like really, really poor. Can we give them some money? Like buy things? Can we
I don't
stimulate
have
the-
any. I bought a crossbow.
Can we stimulate the economy by putting money in circulation?
All right,
I
so
guess
making your
we'll
way
go.
back outside then.
Yeah, and like up.
Back out of the void.
All right. As you're walking upwards, a woman comes running out of this house here, and very nearly crashes into you. She's carrying a whole bunch of things in her hand. She's got a bunch of large baskets that are all empty, and she's still got some food left over in her mouth that she carries with her, kind of half chewing as she walks. And she very nearly bumps right into you as you guys pass her by. And she sort of, as she almost crashes into you, the food falls out of her mouth, and she says, "Oh, apologies." And then she sort of
Don't worry about it.
rights herself and dusts herself off, and then looks sadly at the food on the ground, then looks up at you guys and says, "I haven't seen you in town before."
Yeah, we just got here.
Yeah, we're investigating some things.
Investigating? Well, you lot sound like a cat.
Yeah, we get that.
Yeah,
a lot.
we've heard that.
That's like the 3rd time today.
Oh man, we both have the same bit.
Poor cat. She's always running around doing everything she can for the folk in this town.
Yeah.
Were you in a hurry to get somewhere?
Just coming to get groceries from the general store.
No, just take her up there. She can come.
No, that
Everybody
was
clears their
I was just actually clearing my throat. That wasn't directed at you.
Okay, jeez.
I'm Hilda, by the way.
I'm Joy Henshaw.
Meet cute.
I mean, she's closer to Flimp.
I feel like she would have just like knocked him entirely over.
Or tripped over him.
Yeah.
Yeah, more likely.
Well, was there anything you needed? Because I'd really best be get going.
No, I think we're good.
Yeah. Sorry about your food.
You see her eyes just kind of slowly go back to the food sitting on the ground, and you see a sad look on her face, and then she goes, "It's all right. It's my fault."
Can I like offer a piece of bread from one of my rations?
Sure.
Alright, I do that. Here you go. For your loss.
She sort of stacks the baskets that she's carrying, and so that she has a free hand, and then takes it, and says, "Thank you. That's really kind of you," and then puts it into her mouth so that she can continue to carry the rest of her baskets.
It's no trouble at all.
Oof, no, I really have to be going now, she says through a full mouth.
Yeah, you better.
Don't choke, please.
It was nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you too, Joy.
Nice to meet you too.
So
I
we
like
can
how we all
start
said
run.
that at the exact same time.
Perfect instinct. I want to grab all of that food on the ground.
Oh my god.
Why?
Scavenging.
It's just a small bun
Yep.
that was in her mouth. That's all.
Yep, I'm grabbing it.
Ew.
You're
Guys,
grabbing her
Why?
bun.
Hey, guys, I think we need to shun Flimp now.
Yeah.
Not kidding.
I'm
For
grabbing
shame.
it and yep.
Just tucking it away or what?
Why are you grabbing
And I'm
the
using
roll?
prestidigitation
Flimp is
to,
gonna get coronavirus.
clean it off. And then I'm gonna tear off the section that she was
No,
eating.
Oh
no.
my god.
Flip,
Don't
you
do
could
that.
just
That's
Flip, I'll
disgusting.
buy you some bread, please.
Ugh.
Just don't
Flimp,
do
do
this.
not
I've
eat
done it.
the recycled bread.
All right. The rest of you see.
And I was gonna eat it.
The rest of you see Flimp's fingertips kind of sparkle as he cleans off this bread with prestidigitation.
Fucking disgusting.
All right.
I'm out. No, I'm
now
out.
have-
I'm leaving.
You now have a half-eaten
I
bun.
no longer- I do
Thank
not
you.
see Flimp as part of the party anymore.
Are we not going in here, guys?
I just look. We should, but I just had to get away from Flip for a second.
Flimp is going to the inn. Let's leave him there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just get away
It's a
from
little
him.
Just sitting
pop-up,
outside the
yeah.
inn, nibbling on a bun like a
There's-
fucking
just like-
squirrel.
I'm not
This is
even
like a
eating it. It
pop-up
went away in
icon.
my pouch, and it will show up later.
The party will remember that.
No, it'll really turn the tide of battle. That bun.
Yeah.
I don't know. He could
I
throw
never
it.
said it was for battle.
5 episodes when the party is starving. You'll all be changing your tune.
I will sooner eat my own foot.
Or 3 episodes
I
from
would
now when I
rather
feed
make
it to
steaks
someone.
out of myself.
Anyway, I knock on the door.
All right.
Yeah, that.
After you hear some footsteps inside after you knock, and then a rather tall and very portly man opens the door and says, "What's that? Can I help you?"
Yes, we're investigating some stuff.
Stuff.
Specificity.
Yup. I love it.
Oh boy.
What do you mean by stuff?
He seems like a nice guy.
He does seem nice. I like him.
Not sure how useful he'll be. Though.
He
I mean,
reminds me of myself.
helpful is the right word.
I see myself in this man.
I don't see it. I don't see the resemblance.
What do you mean by stuff then?
We've been told there's been some strange occurrences around here.
Strange occurrences? I don't know too much about that. All I know is folk don't really come around here no more. Not many visitors.
Oh, it's a shame.
It is. I like having visitors.
Well, it's
My
nice
name-
to meet you.
My name is
Hi.
Ruben, by the way. What's yours?
Mine's Hilda.
Koja, nice to meet you.
Okay.
Nice to meet you all.
Alright, I can't introduce myself, my god.
The beginning of your introduction got cut off for me, so it.
Yeah.
Raka!
Okay.
Raka.
Hey, that's my name now. Don't wear it out.
Nice to meet you, Raka.
No.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Guys, we did it. We found a house that isn't depressing.
Naraka, this is probably one of the taller humans you've ever seen. He's at least 7 feet tall.
Nice.
Damn.
Oh,
See, I
Fucking
told
unit.
you guys. I felt a kinship with
Chad
this
over
man.
here.
What is it you do around town?
Well, mostly just help out with the manual labor.
I look him
Fuck
up and
him.
down
I
and say,
see.
"Yep, checks out."
Folk pay me small wages to help them out from time to time. I'm good with the muscle stuff, but the brainy things ain't really my area.
I nod.
Must
and
not be a lot of
wink.
work around.
I
Not
nod
much,
and
no.
say,
Not much work at
I
all.
completely understand.
God.
Town's been quiet the last couple years, and I'm only really getting more quiet, to be honest.
Well, if you happen to see or hear anything strange, let us know.
All right, that was
We'll be s-
Hildy, Koja, and Raka, right?
Yeah, totally.
close enough.
I mean, you got my name right.
Uh-huh, yeah. We'll
That's all I care about.
We'll go with it. Okay. It's fine.
Well, if you need heavy things carried around, though, see you might have that already taken care of.
Fortunately for the rest of you guys, yes, you do have it covered. I say, like, crying. Yeah, they've got it covered.
Well, if you need anything else, I suppose you can come by and ask. Don't know how much help I'll be, though.
We'll keep that in mind.
We'll see you
thanks.
around, big guy.
See you around.
Okay, we have to leave now, guys. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, let's
You've
finally
reminded
go
me
into
as
the-
my you've reminded me of my place as a pack mule. How dare you?
I mean, it's what you are. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Hey, Fluff, how you doing?
Please tell me you haven't eaten that roll.
I pull it out. Nope.
Oh no, put it back.
man.
Hey, if we
And
ignore
put
its
it right back in the
existence,
pouch.
then
Take a
it's
sigh
not
of
real.
relief. Thank God.
Hey guys, then the nearest like lava pit that we find, anything that could just like destroy a roll really quickly. Wink, wink.
We have to take the roll to Mount Mordor.
One roll to roll them all.
I told you
One
guys we
roll
were
to
we were
run them
reenacting
all.
Lord of the Rings the whole time.
Oh my god. Which one of us is the main character?
Dear God.
Which one of us is the Hobbit?
Yeah.
I wonder.
Yeah, but which one of us is the most charming?
Naraka is definitely Samwise.
That's a good question, Koja. Which one of us is it?
I don't know. I don't think it's Koja.
Oh, you.
That's me. What the
You.
fuck, The Rock?
All right. So you congregate in front of the inn, which the sign reads "The Mountain's Bounty."
Not much of a bounty around here.
Wow,
anymore.
mean.
I'm so sorry.
It was just mean.
So heading inside,
Holy shit.
you
Yeah.
can see
Yeah,
lights.
heading inside.
You can see lights through the windows. All right. Let me double check. You guys can come in. But, oh, hang on, someone's missing.
And in we go.
One of these days, I'm just gonna attack you. It's just gonna happen.
It's gonna. I mean, it already did happen, but like, it wasn't you that was the actor.
Yeah.
Everybody fights Hilda at some point.
Over puns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hilda makes a steak pun. Naraka whips out the great axe. You know what? Maybe this bell will ring.
Oh no.
All right. So the inside of the inn and tavern is, like the rest of the town, relatively worn down. It's definitely in need of some repairs in places. And a lot of the wood looks pretty old. Behind the counter, as you walk in, you can see an elven woman just kind of quietly cleaning. Off to your right is a fireplace with a fur rug and some bookshelves. A free table on your right, and then on your left, a larger table with 3 people sitting at it. A dwarven man, a young woman, and a approximately middle-aged man with a pipe in his mouth.
Can we get a close-up of the older guy?
Which one? This guy?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Damn.
That is an old guy, all right.
He doesn't look very
He
old.
handsome. Shit.
Yeah, he's maybe like just shy of middle age.
I'm gay. I wouldn't know.
Out of character. I'd hit that.
All right, where's the jail? Let's everybody.
H
get to
jail, H jail.
Let's go.
But that's what you see when you enter the Mountain's Bounty.
It's like an older Orlando Bloom.
Oh
Walks,
goodness, can we?
turns
I'm
and
just saying,
walks away
guys.
immediately.
Under a bookshelf.
Okay, well, I am gonna go see if I can get us rooms. You guys can do whatever the hell you want.
I mean, I know who we're supposed to talk to, but we can mingle a little bit.
Speaking
Maybe.
of hotties,
Oh my god, duh.
There it is.
All right,
There it fucking is.
get in the jail.
You know what? I'm gonna check out the books too. Screw it.
All right, Flimp and Koja, the bookshelf has a sort of odd assortment of books. Some cookbooks, some books about Lyrethian culture, all sorts of just weird things that you wouldn't expect to find here.
Any books
Naraka,
on magic or potentially hags?
no to both.
Okay,
But
figured.
gosh,
but
would that
thought
ever
I'd
be
ask.
convenient?
I know,
Pick
right?
whatever they can find, I guess.
Naraka, the woman behind the bar looks up, and as she does and turns to face you, you can see several things about her. The first is that half of her face and down her neck to her shoulder has some pretty severe burn scars. The second is obviously her pointed ears indicate that she's elven. And the third is that she has some strange-looking tattoos. The most significant of which is a large handprint on the side of her throat, as if it was wrapped around it.
Feels like we've been seeing a lot of throat motions.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say
don't
it.
say it.
I'm not gonna say it.
Don't say it.
And she looks up and says, "Hello. Did you need something? Stay at the inn or just a drink?"
Both, but I'm just looking to see how many rooms you have available. I don't want to room with these idiots, but
Well,
you know.
Wow. Okay.
Jesus, what has gotten into you? You're so fucking rude.
I'm sad. We ruined people's lives today.
well, we've got 5 rooms available. Only one is occupied right now.
What happened while I was fucking asleep?
Whack your head against the cart and immediately get filled with the sense of God, I hate everybody. How much is a room per night?
Just 2 gold per night.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna turn back to everyone and ask, just kind of vaguely, at the rest of you. tell you how much a room is per night. I'll be like, hey guys, it's 2 gold a night.
Hang
I
on,
can pay for it.
Was
if you
that
want."
vague?
It's
I
not
feel like
vague
that
at all.
wasn't vague.
No vague. No vagueness. I say vaguely, screaming at all of you. Hey!
Hilda, what are you up to? Sneaking up on
I
people?
am
I just
actually gonna introduce myself.
I just scrolled over and you're
Backstab.
standing right behind her. So,
I'm actually gonna introduce myself to the entire table.
they sort of notice you. The man noticing you first as you walk up, and then the others turn towards you. And the man says, "Fare thee well, traveler. Don't look like I've seen you in town before."
Yeah, I'm passing through. We're investigating some strange occurrences.
I see. Well, don't know too much about any strange occurrences around here.
My name's Helda, by the way.
You can call me Nathaniel.
Pleasure to meet you, Nathaniel.
Likewise. Now, if you'll humor me, I'd like to ask you a question.
Ask away.
Tell me, Hilda, you a seafaring type?
Oh
Oh,
my god.
how could you tell?
Well,
I knew it. Orlando Bloom.
I'm an old sailor myself.
Oh,
You see him actually, he moves his leg out from under the table, and it's missing. There's a peg leg instead.
My god.
My
An old
eyes
sailor
light up.
can smell the sea on a fellow sailor, if you will.
I completely understand.
But, what brings a seafaring type all the way up into the mountains?
Just looking for adventure, mostly.
I see. Well, tell you the truth, folk who come to stay in this town are mostly running away from something.
Talk about your backstory now.
Well, not me.
Expose yourself.
I do have an ulterior motive for adventuring.
Hmm.
Kind of looking to
Well, don't we all?
start. I'm starting to look for a pirate crew of my own.
I see. Piracy, is it, huh? Don't worry, I don't judge.
Good to know.
Nerd.
Yeah, I've seen. Let's say I've seen plenty pirates in my days.
I then clarify, I'm not one of the bad ones.
Of course not. Of course not.
That's what they all say.
Yeah, that's what they all say. Yeah, I'm not one of the bad ones. I'm just one of the horny ones, actually.
Some would argue that's the same thing.
Well,
Christians mostly.
Hilda, why don't you take a seat and have a drink with us? First round's on me.
Don't mind if I do. Then I go over here and sit down here.
See, Koju, if you went over there, you could get free drinks.
That would be somebody one character.
Actually, you know what? Nope, never mind. Bad idea. Maybe we don't like Koju.
Oh, fuck you.
I'll be your designated driver.
But it's my turn to pass out, huh?
I asked
When's
for,
my turn to pass out?
I'm gonna ask for the other two's names.
As you sit down, the dwarf just sort of slurs, welcome. And the woman sort of looks a little bit cross with you. She gives you a
Oh.
frown and then looks back at Nathaniel and says, slightly slurring as well, Nathaniel, does she have to sit with us? And
Wow.
and then
What? All I did was introduce myself.
the man
Shit.
goes, calm yourself, Bridget. Just a new friend, that's all.
Bridget does not want to talk to people.
Hey, Bridget, don't be a bitch.
Actually, can I get a read on Nathaniel?
What do you mean?
Like,
What do you want to know?
is there anything about him that seems sketchy?
Make an insight check, but I'll give you a little description about him as well. He very obviously has the peg leg that he showed you. And he sits there kind of leaning back casually in his chair. He seems relatively self-assured about himself. He's got sort of a ever so slightly arrogant smile on his face. Though not to the point of being like an asshole or anything like that. He's just sort of relatively cocksure.
Of course.
And he occasionally takes draws out of his pipe. He's got sort of longish hair that he has in several braids behind his head. His clothes don't match what you would think a small mountain town would be wearing. They don't. His clothes don't match the other villagers as well. He's wearing similar clothing to you.
Ah,
Sort of a nicer white pressed shirt with a collar, with some sort of leathers over top.
nicer. What are you saying?
I mean, nicer than your typical tunic is what I mean. Not nicer than yours.
Ah, okay, good.
What he's saying is that your drip's raggedy.
You have also spent days marching through the mountains, so you might be a little dirty.
Well, fine then. Anyway,
But as you sit down and after he says that to Bridget, you see him just sort of lift his hand and make a little motion without looking. Naraka at the bar, you see Linla, the bartender who you were told her name earlier. I don't know if she introduced herself to you, but I think you were mentioned by Katrina. Look off, kind of away from you for a second, looking behind you, and then looks back and says, if you have any questions, you can ask, but I just gotta grab a drink for a customer.
Give her
You see
too
her-
many though. Don't do
You see
that.
her, you see her begin to sort of grab a flagon and pour some ale. And then after some time, she runs over, holding the ale to Nathaniel, and then Nathaniel just kind of gives her another point down the table towards you, Hilda, and she nods and passes it to you. It says, "Enjoy."
Thank you.
And then she returns to the bar in front of you, Narako. Back at the table, Nathaniel looks at you, Hilda, and says, "Now, you said you were looking for adventure there? And that brought you to
Yes, I am.
Rockfall?
Yeah.
Well, tell you the truth, that's a little odd. Not too much adventure to be had in this here ghost town."
I look around the room, like, slyly, and then I lean in closer. Like, well, to tell you the truth, we've
Oh boy.
Oh my
we've
god.
come here in search of witches.
You see him raise both of his eyebrows with sort of an amused smile. "Witches, you say?"
Yeah, we kind of caught the eye of a coven, and we heard rumors that they might be around here,
Sounds like
or have been around here before.
quite a spot of trouble you landed yourself in. I've seen my share of sea hags in my day, but never a coven of witches.
I take it you don't know anything then?
About witches? Not a spot, I'm afraid.
Fair enough. I take a swig of the ale.
Each of them have drinks, though you get the impression that the two at the table are a lot more inebriated than Nathaniel is, though he is also drinking.
So I take it. Oh,
No, carry on.
all right. So I take it you three aren't from around here either?
The dwarf looks towards you and says, "What are you talking about? I live right down the street."
Oh, my mistake then.
And the woman just kind of, still kind of frowning at you, though less vocally angry at you. She says, "I live down the street as well, with my sister."
Oh,
And Nathaniel kind of leans back and says, "I'm afraid the only out-of-towner is me."
what brings you here then?
You know how it is. Like I said, folk who come to stay here are usually running away from something.
I won't pry then.
Thank you kindly.
I look at Bridget and say, would your sister happen to be carrying baskets to go grocery shopping?
Yes, that little busybody. Always running to and fro.
We've actually met already.
I see, then you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, she did seem like that.
She takes another kind of very long drink from her flagon, and then places it back kind of heavily on the table and says, "Always running about. Always slamming the door and constant footsteps. Can never get any rest." Ever
You
since
two not kill. Sorry
Ever-
again.
um, ever since Mom disappeared, she's taken it upon herself to just fill in for the role, I suppose. Trying to mother me. She's just kind of now
Maybe she just.
staring into her flagon with
Maybe
sort of
she just
an
cares
angry look.
about
on her
you.
face. If she really cared about me, she'd just leave me alone. And she takes another very long draft from her flagon.
Today's the day we get into NPC trauma.
Oh man.
What are Flimp and Koja doing?
Yeah, let's go check in on some other people. Flimp and Koja, are you guys sitting at this table?
Yeah.
Alright, just taking it easy. Anything you want to
Just
do?
reading a book.
At this point, I'm starting to eye the guy who clearly has a lot of coin on the other side of the
Oh
room.
my god.
Hey, Koja.
Look,
I'm
you're
gonna
guys
message
on the way back.
Koja.
What was that, Flimp?
I'm gonna say, Koja, you want to try something a little further than the law?
I'm listening.
I'm gonna reach across the table, touch Koja, and cast invisibility,
Oh my god. I'm scared.
and then cast message again. It's up to you.
Does
all you
anyone
from here.
see that?
I have no idea.
You don't know.
All I know is that
Yeah.
Koja's invisible.
I am invisible.
Alright. Koja,
Yep.
you look down and your hands are see-through.
I will
Nara-
think on this.
While you think on that, Naraka, what are you up to at the bar?
I'm gonna slide. Hold on, I have to do mental math. 8 coins over, like, across the bar, and I'm like, I'll take the rest of the rooms for tonight at least.
Oh, all right. I haven't seen quite that much business in a while, but thank you, I suppose.
Me, here, take my money.
Oh, Naraka.
I'm such a generous soul.
Um,
You
Getting
big
everybody the
softy.
rooms. Yeah. No, it's okay.
Tell you what, do you want something to drink? First drink's on me.
Oh, sure. What do you have?
Well, we have ale and mead and some harder things as well. We got some wine made from red berries out in the mountains. We have food as well, though. If you're feeling hungry.
We'll just take some mead for now. But thank you.
All right. She pours you a flagon and places it on the bar counter.
Take a
Naraka's the
sip of
ladies'
it.
bowl.
And I'm not even trying.
No.
I'll drink some of it. Like, yes, I drink alcohol
You
all
already
the
have a
time.
girlfriend.
I know.
It's pretty obvious that you and your, I guess if they're with you, I don't really know, but you walked in together.
Me, yes.
New in town. Haven't seen your faces around here before. Passing through?
Not sure how long we're gonna be here for, but we're investigating some disappearances that are linked to the town we come from. So,
Which town's that?
Hearth Hope.
Oh, I see. Just down to the south then.
We're just following a lead, and hopefully it goes somewhere. So.
I see. It sounds serious. I hope it goes somewhere for you as well.
Yeah. Well, it would be going further, but you know, we have to relax at some points in time, and I feel like behind me, the rest of my little group are getting into some hijinks, but I'm gonna ignore it. And just let them do their thing.
Excuse you, I'm just having a nice cup of ale.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Yep.
We will see about that.
Yep.
I haven't done anything wrong today. Leave me alone.
One sec. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom quick. So
Okay.
take a small little break. Just trying to give Koja time to think.
You got an hour, so.
Yeah.
Very clear with everyone. I am a monogamist. I will never cheat on Adelaide.
Good, you better not. I'll kick your ass.
I would kick my own ass. I would jump through this computer screen and beat myself up.
Slim touches my hand. Let me be clear.
And I thought my puns were bad.
Yeah. What a shame I very specifically said Koji's not a pickpocket.
Koja immediately changing characters. All right, I'm a pickpocket.
I just don't
But
do it. It's not nice.
opportunity.
Yeah. I also get the feeling he's far too perceptive for my usual tactics.
I mean, you are invisible.
I mean, he's a cool pirate man.
Which I think gives you.
Well,
an
yeah,
advantage, but I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, but I mean, not stealing from him, you know, tricks and stuff.
Yeah.
Koji, if you ruin this for me, I
Oh,
swear
no, I'm
to
not doing
God.
shit.
Okay, it's time for the PvP.
I mean, you can
between
steal from
Koja and
anyone.
Hilda
It doesn't
then.
have to be Nathaniel. I mean,
It could be me, but then again, I do
you
have
have a
two
party of
great
4
axes.
people.
I could rob all my friends, actually.
Yep.
Maybe don't rob me.
That
I
is a
just
thing.
paid for your room.
Just everyone's gold disappears, and I'm like, I'm just carrying a bunch in my arms, like, oh, what happened? Oh, that's such a shame.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hello.
So, Naraka is at the bar just having a small conversation. Flimp just waiting at the table. Koja, what are you up to?
I'm still invisible.
You are.
I'm not sure what else.
Okay.
Just not a pickpocket, darn it.
All right, back to Hilda's table then.
Alright.
All right, where were we?
We were talking about Bridget's sister.
Indeed. As Bridget kind of complains about her sister, Nathaniel leans back again and says, come now, Bridget. Give the poor girl a break. I know you both had it hard, but just remember that she's had it hard too. After midday now. Maybe a little early to be drinking, but these folk seem like they do it all the time.
My kind of people. And I finish off my ale.
All right.
So, Nathaniel,
All right. Got a question for me?
what made you want to become a sailor in the first place?
Well, ain't that a question?
Does it have an answer?
I suppose it does. Bit of a complicated one, but suppose I always been in love with the sea.
I hear that.
And then, you know how things go. Meet some people, get a crew together. Just becomes damn hard to leave.
I hope I can find out what that's like someday.
From how you speak, it sounds like you don't have too much seafaring experience. So
I was part of this crew one time, but I wanted more.
I see how it is. Experienced that myself. You always find yourself wanting more. It's only gonna get worse.
I'll keep that in mind, and maybe it won't.
I don't mean it as a bad thing necessarily. Just gotta know your limits.
Understood. Thanks for the ale, by the way.
No problem. Not every day that I see another sailor up around these parts. So I'm more than happy to treat you to a drink.
Much appreciated. And I get up and...
Darn it!
Oh, Hilda, one last thing.
Yes?
One day, if you do find yourself hitting that limit, you remember, you can always walk away.
Thanks for the advice.
You got it.
And I join Naraka up here.
I feel like it's a little too early to be getting into drama, but at the same time, we are all day drinking right now, so like these things go
Perfect
hand in
time
hand.
for drama.
Oh yeah.
All right, Naraka, you see Hilda join you at a stool at the bar to your left.
I just paid for your room, so be nice to me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna poke Hilda in the back of the head.
Right, Hilda, you just feel a poke from out of nowhere hit you in the back of the head.
Thank you for not pickpocketing me.
And you turn around and you don't see anything. You just see Nathaniel and company sitting at the table.
I like rub at the back
Really
of my head
hoping you
and
were good.
shrug.
I was really hoping you were gonna get another drink.
What's there to eat?
The innkeeper sort of positions herself so she's standing in between you and says, well, I can tell you today's menu if you want.
I like that.
I'll overhear the conversation. hopefully.
The DM waits as his notes freeze on him. Alright.
Time stops for a second.
So hard.
Today we
Oh,
have
God.
lamb stew, and we also have roasted onions with honey, and I've just made up a chicken minced pie if you want a piece of that as well.
How much is that?
The pie?
Yeah,
2 gold for a slice of pie.
I'll take a slice of that.
Alright, I'll just go grab that for you. She looks at you, Naraka. Did you want anything at all?
Piece 2, actually.
Alright, 2 gold as well.
I'll flip over the gold. I'm so cool. I fumble it. It falls everywhere.
She busies herself preparing things for a few moments. You see her slicing some stuff up, and then she returns and hands you both a plate with a small slice of pie on it. It says,
Thank
here
you
you go,
kindly.
enjoy. And then begins to head from the counter over to your table,
Oh.
Flump. And she says, Hello there. Was there anything you wanted? A drink or something to eat? I thought there was someone with you, but they must have gone. Anyway, would you like something?
I think I'm okay for now. I mean, it's pretty early in the day. Maybe a little bit later.
I understand. If you change your mind, just come by the bar.
Will do. Thank you.
You know, I'm allowed to say when I'm not invisible anymore, right?
Nope.
Oh,
I have to let you go.
son of a bitch.
You
just
can
gonna
ask
sit
me
here
to let you go, but like, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
I'm gonna look around the room for Koja. Because I overheard that, right?
There
I
is
wasn't asking in character.
there is technically a way
Yeah.
that Koja can end it, but
Oh, there is. Oh, attacking somebody.
Yeah,
Or
it's a little-
casting a spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You can end it.
And I wasn't
just gonna
referring to
whisper
that. I was referring to the innkeeper mentioning
Oh,
that
I see.
Koja was
I see.
missing.
I'm gonna whisper "stupid" in Hilda's ear.
okay. Hilda, you
Hi,
hear
Koja.
you hear Koja's voice whisper "stupid" in your ear.
Did Flimp turn you invisible?
No.
I roll my eyes. Okay. I'm gonna check my pockets.
Everything is still there.
Okay, good.
God.
I'm gonna eye the room, like not looking at anyone in particular.
Yeah, it is just empty space. As you guys sit there and eat, occasionally the innkeep brings more drinks over to the table that you were sitting at, Hilda. But you spend some time finishing off your meal. And Naraka, you drink as well. And you're pretty much done. What do you do now?
Wait, is Flimp, does Flimp eat meat?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
You don't know?
Oh. Well, shit. I was gonna order him a slice of chicken pie, but
You could just go talk to him. He's in the room.
Yeah,
but
that
then
is
I'd have
allowed
to
in
get up
D&D.
and walk over there.
You are allowed to talk to people. It is, in fact, something you can do.
Fine. I've been sitting on my ass in the cart all day. Why not?
Alright.
I'm taking Hilda's seat.
Flump, you hear some footsteps and turn to see Hilda approaching you.
Hey, Flimp, would you like to try some of this pie? It's
What
pretty
kind
good.
of pie is it?
I don't know if you eat meat or anything, but
Shit, I have to figure out if I eat meat.
you don't know. Well, good thing I asked then.
Yeah. I mean, I
You asked
haven't.
Cliff's feet.
Traditionally, I don't eat meat, but I wouldn't say I'm opposed to it.
Okay.
I
then.
mean, I'm not a hunter, so sure, I'll try it.
Okay. I'm gonna go ask if she could bring you a slice,
Alright.
and then I will remove another 2 gold.
Everybody's paying for each other's things. This is the spirit of giving. Pay it forward.
I just love the mental image of like you ask Flint if he eats meat, and then he just kind of starts thinking. It's just a montage of him in deep thought in different places.
Him
Like,
thinking really hard.
goes on a
sitting the
spirit journey over it.
Like
Him
everything
thinking
he's
really-
ever eaten
Yeah.
in like a
I'm like,
slideshow.
I don't think
is
I've
in his
eaten
head.
meat.
Because I can't see me.
For your friend
And
then.
then yeah,
All right,
if you don't mind.
I'll bring it right over to his table.
Thank you. And then I'm gonna I'm gonna hop on the stool from the side and sit
No.
on Koja's lap.
Oh no.
Yeah, you collide with something. Which I'm
Koja
sure you're
Shinzu.
aware of what that is. At this point.
I don't wanna.
All right, fine.
Actually, you know what? No, I'm staying quiet. I want him to look crazy.
Flimp, the innkeeper brings you over a plate with a small slice of pie and a fork, and says, "Your friend purchased this for you,"
Oh,
and slides
Thank
it in
you.
front of you across the table. Enjoy.
I look over at Flint
Will
from
do.
across the room and I give him a thumbs up.
I'll shoot a thumbs up back.
Heck yeah. Just friends being friends.
Yep.
All right.
And then I'm gonna lean over in my seat and like lightly, very lightly bonk Koja on the head.
You estimate where the head might be.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Roll to hit. Disadvantage.
Can I at least roll the hit, but like not do any damage?
Yeah, sure. If you want to roll to see if you collide with her.
Okay, unarmed strike and
Disadvantage, of course.
oh, disadvantage. All right. 10.
That's gonna miss.
Damn it. Oh well.
Is she there? Who knows?
You
I'm gonna,
swing
like,
at where
lightly
you think it. Yeah, you swing where you think Koja might be, but you miss.
Let me start leaning away.
Yeah, Koji, you see Hilda like kind of lash out to smack you and just catch only air. Flimp in the corner, you're ritually casting detect magic.
Yep.
Got it. All right, see you in 10 minutes.
See ya. Peace.
This is not where I thought the tavern scene was going, but I am loving it.
Me neither. A pirate, an invisible cat, and a minotaur sit at a bar.
But I have too good a moral compass, I can't do anything with it.
What's the punchline?
I just have to cause general mischief.
I don't know. What is the punchline? You guys tell me.
The pirate says ouch.
All right. So you're seated at the bar. You've kind of finished up your meals. What do you do now? Flimp is busy, so you guys have some things that you can get up to in the meantime.
Hmm. I'm gonna walk back over to Nathaniel and ask if he'd ever be a part of a crew again.
You see him turn before you even get close to him to look at you and say, "Another question for me."
Yeah. Have you ever considered getting back into the sea life?
Well, I think my sea days are behind me.
Hmm.
You
I suppose I can understand that. Respect
looking to
that.
recruit me, is that it?
Hey, it was worth a shot.
I suppose it was. But tell you the truth, I haven't set foot on a ship in well over 5 years now.
Hmm.
And don't really have any more plans to.
I respect that.
Sometimes you lose things and you just can't get them back.
Well, I hope whatever you lost finds its way back to you.
I'm afraid I don't think it will. Though I appreciate the sentiment.
Well, I hope to see you again sometime.
Likewise. If we run into each other again, I'll treat you to another drink.
I like that.
Alright. Make your way away from the table.
Wait, what? Why am I avoiding Koja? I'd just be walking straight. Do I bump into Koja?
Depends where Koja's standing and if Koja's trying to avoid you, because it's more on Koja to do that.
I am prepared for general mischief next to Naraka.
Oh,
Alright,
no.
cool.
Alright.
I'm gonna sit down at the other end of the table Flimp's at.
Okay. He's hard at work casting a spell from what you can gather.
Does it
seems to be-
require concentration?
he seems to be focusing, yeah.
It most certainly does.
Alright. I'll try not to interrupt then.
Interrupt him on purpose.
I'll just wait patiently for him to finish.
Alright. Then we'll say the rest of you kind of hang around the tavern, unless you.
I'm
have
poking
anything
Naraka though.
Okay.
Wow.
Naraka, you're getting poked by something that's not there.
Don't poke the bull!
With the first poke, my hand instinctively goes out to smack whatever it is.
Oh no!
Alright.
Roll damage.
Yeah, roll the
Come on! Come on, baby!
Okay.
disadvantage.
Hold on,
Disadvantage,
let me
right?
pull up my character sheet.
Let's
Yes.
go! Let's go! Let's
Yeah, with
go!
disadvantage.
Let's go!
Okay.
Can't
Give
wait
me
to
a
see
sec.
this.
I got a 7!
Alright, you feel a poke and then just sort of swing your arm to slap out, but you only find air.
The fucking
Next time.
ghost, baby!
Next time. Actually, no.
Oh yeah?
She's just sitting there like,
Actually,
what the fuck?
as Koja goes to poke Naraka, Koja becomes visible because I cast detect
No.
magic.
That is true.
Oh.
You're correct, I actually forgot. You are visible now.
Yeah.
So,
Oh no!
You turn and you just see Koja just standing right there.
you are correct, yeah.
You
Forgot
were
about that one.
I was not paying attention. You were there the whole time? What?
Yeah, well, I've been here for like 10 minutes. You didn't see me?
Obviously, I didn't fucking see you.
You get your eyes checked. Jeez.
Maybe. Oh my god.
Alright. Flimp, you finish up ritually casting detect magic.
Alrighty.
Oh man.
So what are you looking at?
I just want to case the inn and see if there's anything magical other than the items that I've seen previously on the party. So I will be walking around to double check.
That
but
was what I was going to mention.
yeah.
You're going to have to stand up and walk around.
Yup.
Alright, you sort of take a casual wander throughout the inn, looking for anything magical. Of course, your party members glow a little. But you don't get anything from any of the furniture around. No real magical auras on them. You don't get any aura from Bridget or from Nathaniel. But the dwarf sitting at their table gives off sort of trace amounts of magic. Not from any particular school. Just sort of the ever
person?
ever so slightest, yeah, just sort of an aura around him. he has the slightest little bit of magic to him.
Okay.
And then do you
finish?
return to
sorry.
your seat?
Yeah, I'll return to my seat.
All right, then go ahead, Hilda.
Hey, Flimp. Sorry about the other night.
Yeah, I'm sorry too. I got a little bit out of hand.
Yeah, I was being kind of a jerk. Friends, I reach out my arm across the table.
I'll take Hilda's hand, although I'm not sure if I can reach it.
Yeah, you kind of have to hop up a little bit onto the table
Yeah.
to reach.
Sounds good to
So,
me.
how was your pie?
Sorry, what was that?
How was your pie?
I don't think I've eaten it yet.
I don't think he has either.
Oh.
He was busy casting.
Like
Oh, it's got
cold.
cold.
It's gotten slightly cold, yeah.
I will start eating it. Just to be sure there's no detect magic coming from the pie, right?
No.
Okay. And then I will eat it.
I hope there wasn't.
The pie is glowing with necromancy.
You never know.
That would be fucking
The pie.
creepy.
Necromancy.
Plus, I already ate a slice.
Oh, me too. Well, it wouldn't affect me though. Already
No,
have
I
that
think
going
it
on.
would.
I already got that shit going on. I have an immunity now, actually.
I don't
Necromancy
think
doesn't
that's how
work.
magic works.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
continue
no, I
to think
think it
that if you
does.
want.
No, I'll think that because I don't know anything.
Yeah, if it gives you confidence, then you can.
Yeah.
You can continue with that.
Yeah.
All right. So as the two of you talk, Flimpy just kind of casually start eating. All right. Nothing to talk about.
I'm actually gonna go over to his side and I'm gonna hand him a piece of candy.
You don't have it?
Yes, I do actually,
Nope.
because I took it off of you last time.
But you were knocked out for a day.
Yes, that is correct.
It is not there.
Oh, you took it off me?
Yeah, you reach for
As
where
you
you
go
left.
look for it, it's not
It's
there.
not there.
Alright then.
Well, that's symbolic gesture. It's down the drain.
Yep.
Well, my
Slightly awkward.
my stuff has been diminished yet again.
Jeez.
I was trying to be friendly too.
Kind of strong.
Well, that's what happens when you pass out for a day. You get robbed.
By my friends.
Yeah, one would think
Yeah.
that by like bandits or thieves or goblins, but by your own party. All
I
right.
didn't rob you, Hilda.
So if
Wait,
you
does
guys,
Hilda still have
I think you would.
the black
Yeah,
war paint?
Naraka's my only fucking
all
friend
over
at the
her
party,
face?
apparently.
Oh God,
I
we forgot
completely
about
forgot
that.
about that. All right. Probably not still.
Okay.
But you're right. I completely forgot about it. They did draw
Yeah.
on your face,
Oh,
Hilda,
man,
with
that-
some soot from the fire. They
That
Jigglypuffed
entire
you.
conversation would have been so
Yeah.
different.
I know. I wish I'd remembered that. Yeah, but
That would have been. Yeah. All right.
Just everyone in town's too polite to say it.
They're like, oh, we'll just ignore that.
Do I at least still have my pumpkin seed?
you do.
Yes, you do.
Thank God.
I didn't rob you
Yeah.
blind.
They-
I
yeah,
just
they
took
only-
the
they only
candy.
took the And to clarify,
Oh, and all your gold's gone. Forgot to mention.
To clarify, no one but me knows that I took the candy.
Yeah.
And I guess now you.
Yeah.
all right. So,
So-
go ahead if you want something
Yeah.
to say.
What are we doing?
That is up to you
I
guys.
mean, we can hang out around
Well,
the
I
inn,
mean-
but
I don't know
I
if
mean-
you guys forgot, but like that dwarf is who we were supposed to talk to.
I don't know. He seems kind of drunk. Though.
I remember, but like,
He seems a little out of it.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair.
He does have some magic coming from him, but I mean,
Oh,
I'm sure he's
really?
interesting, but he's particularly drunk right now, so I don't know.
Actually,
That does
you know
pose
what?
an issue.
I'm just gonna ask Flip if I can have the piece of candy back.
I don't have it.
Well, someone has it.
Please do not start fighting in the middle of the town.
I don't
All I'm
have
gonna say
it.
is you better watch your next flagon of ale.
Norika covers
Ale?
her flagon with her
Okay.
gigantic hand.
Well, if anyone uses it on someone, please don't use it on me.
I don't think anyone will be using it anytime soon.
On me.
I don't think
Yeah,
anyone will be using it on
definitely
anyone
not on
anytime
you.
soon.
Alright, good.
Man.
All right.
Yeah.
So you've all kind of
Yeah.
done your own little thing in the tavern. But what now that you're kind of back together, what do you want to do?
I mean,
Uh,
we have one
Good
more lead
question.
here, but it's still noon. We have plenty of time left in the day
You do
to, I don't know.
just past noon.
Right.
Really just day drinking.
Yes.
I could just drink.
Are we?
That is always an
We
option.
could just day drink. We are in a new town. Nobody knows us. Not here to make a fool out of myself, so I can day
We've
drink.
heard a lot of depressing shit. I'm
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Alright,
let's
we
just
can
drink.
drink.
Woo! Yeah, day drinking.
Flint will
you're
not
not
be
gonna
drinking,
join us?
but
Come on.
Come on, Flint.
He
Get
will,
over at the bar. Come on.
watch
Come
this happen.
on.
I'd like to pay
Come on,
for a
you
round.
fucking
I'd
pussy.
like to pay for a round of shots for me and my friend.
Do they have shots?
Do they have shots?
Yeah, dude.
Wait, do we have
Our
shots?
sound thing.
Yeah,
Is that
do
a
we have
fate of the
shots?
medieval era?
The innkeeper says, "Well, if you're looking for something harder, we have a bit of a specialty around here. We call it Banshee's Breath.
Fuck yes.
It's
I'm
fun.
sold.
Ooh.
Yes.
I'm already sold.
Yeah, you are sold because I'm paying for it, asshole.
Cool. Just entire mug of it for me, please.
No!
Yes.
I don't know if you know what you're getting yourself into.
Just,
Oh man.
we'll get a little bit to try, okay? Don't
Oh,
listen. Don't.
fine.
We have a chronic drinker over here, so maybe just a little bit for taste.
All right.
Wait, which one of us is the chronic drinker?
That's a good question.
Yeah, the fact that it's not immediately apparent when you say that is.
That means there's only one person that I did not.
All right. Well, 1 gold each for whoever's drinking,
All right, I'll pass over 4 gold.
and just a small
Oh.
amount. You said
Yeah, just a little bit, just a
Alright.
little test.
probably for the best.
I suppose my con is still +0.
I feel like it should be higher, but you know, just because you drink a lot.
You see her sort of busy
Well, I
herself.
had the option to raise it, but it was only by 1, so sorry.
You see her busy herself behind the bar, and then she returns with 3. You said, right?
4
4.
of them. I'm about to flimp one too.
Okay. All right. Then she's got 4.
But his
4
kidneys are small.
small glasses of a semi-clear liquid that ever so slightly has a blue tinge to it. And she passes each of
Come
you
on, mama.
one of the
Vodka.
glasses and says, "All right, Don't say I didn't warn you.
No fear, I'm drinking it.
Knock it back.
All right. Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Come on. Ooh, 19.
All right.
Uh,
Where your typical whiskey or bourbon or stronger sort of spirit would be a bit of a burn in your mouth, this one instead is incredibly cold. And as you swallow it back, you feel the coldness just kind of spread all the way down inside you. And as you sort of let out a breath after drinking it, you don't feel any sort of ill effects. But as you sort of cough a little bit with the new experience, your breath comes out kind of fogging as if it was the middle of winter.
that's funky. Alright, I'm gonna down mine as well.
Con save.
Got it. I got a nat once!
You're fucking dead.
All right, Naraka, as you drink, you feel that same cold sensation, and you feel as the cold kind of spreads through you, you get a major head rush, as everything starts to spin around you, and you feel like it's very difficult to balance on the stool, especially because of how small the stool is in comparison to you, and you topple out of your seat onto the ground in a bit of a haze.
Fucking thud.
The rest of you see a large burst of vapor come out of Naraka's nose as he smashes into the ground.
Koji just turns, is like, wow, what a wuss.
I'll
Alright.
knock mine back.
Con save.
Naraka's just fucking knocked out. Holy shit.
I passed out on the floor.
Oh no.
That one.
All right, you feel the same thing, that cold sensation spreading all throughout you. You're also a little smaller than Naraka, so it hits you a lot faster. And the room starts to spin as you breathe out this sort of cold vapor, and you fall off your stool as well, right next to Naraka.
Come on, Flip.
You're
Don't
not.
get a nat
The two of you
one.
aren't unconscious, but you are very dizzy.
Oh my god.
All right, Flump. A glass has been placed in
Come
front
on,
of you
Like
as
one
well.
another?
Fuck yeah, I do.
Okay, take it.
I feel like
Let's go.
All right, con save with disadvantage since you're drinking more.
Oh, that's a 5.
All right. You don't completely fall on your ass like everybody else, but you do feel that same head rush, and everything starts to spin, and you feel very, very dizzy. Not enough to fall right out of your seat, but enough that you feel pretty out of it.
Let's go. Coach is just leaning on the counter and laughing.
All right, Flump. You see your party down
Yeah.
their spirits and are looking
Early,
quite out of it now.
Yeah.
You know, Coach just gonna call Flip a wuss too.
As you should.
From across the tavern, you see the dwarf has kind of stood up next to his seat, and he's raising his flag, and he goes, the banshee's breath, right on."
Hell yeah!
Please tell me he gets it. He gets it too.
He's not drinking that, but he knows exactly what you guys have drank.
Aw, damn.
I didn't pay for his drink either. I'm glad I paid for our rooms beforehand.
All right. I think that's a decent spot to end our session since we're at
Yeah.
Me and Naraka crawl our way to our rooms.
exactly.
Koja just absolutely proving her dominance.
Oh, when you start to walk, Koja, you definitely are feeling the dizziness. It takes quite a bit to stay on your feet.
I'm still up.
I'm gonna climb onto Naraka's legs. Have her drag me.
Get off of me!
She's still down.
No!
Hey, you can handle it.
No! Get off of me! I can't do this today.
I'm gonna
I
poke
can't
them
do
both
this
again.
today. No.
Just gonna poke him in the face.
Stupid
Swat at
flies.
Koja
Get away, fly. Go away.
lazily.
Go away.
How tall was the ceiling?
Oh, I don't
Um,
like that question.
I don't like that question at all.
About 10 feet up.
Okay.
Why are you planning to get high?
Oh, you fucker.
Why would I ask how big the ceiling is? Like, I don't know.
Alright, that's where we'll end the session for today.
Yeah.
See how low the ceiling can get?
How low can you go? Can you go down? Okay, I'm done.
Alright. That was a fun session.
That was very fun.
Yes, it was. Glad I wasn't sick this week.
Well, you might be sick
God, that
now.
was actually
Do not throw up on me, I swear to God.
That was actually 2 at once. I can't believe it.
I really like how we decided to be like, yeah, let's go day drinking, and then immediately get our
Instant
shit wrecked.
regret.
Hey, speak for
Yeah.
yourself. I'm good. Come on,
You said-
pussies, get up.
Look
You're
who's
not good.
talking.
You are pussy.
I'm better than them. Oh, God damn
You
it.
are literally one.
Oh, man.
Narga's just like crying on the floor, like, Adelaide, no, where are you? And everybody's like, please shut the fuck up.
We get it, you're gay.
The gay yearning comes in full force. y'all thought she was down bad? Ah, you ain't seen none yet.
Alright.
Jay's just sitting there in silence as we fucking ramble.
Just everything fell apart.
Probably thinks we're fucking insane.
I mean, day drinking.
Hey
wouldn't say
guys,
what
you want to
you
maybe follow the
expect from day
plot?
drinking.
Day
Wouldn't say it
drinking
was,
sounds fun.
what I was expecting to happen, but it was definitely entertaining. Alright, so we'll pick up again next week. Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. The next stream will be Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern with Fresh Meat in Prison Streets. Getting real close to performing their little operation that they've been planning for a while, so might happen next session. We'll see. Lots of typing. Who's typing?
Me.
Somebody's writing a message.
I have to report this hilarity to my friend.
I see.
Vicious typing.
Yes, they're Ocean's 11ing it up, and they're getting really close to the big day, so might happen next session. We'll see. So it should be quite interesting.
Hey Jay, can I message you something after the
Yep.
after the stream ends?
Yeah, no worries.
Cool.
Send it to me on Discord. Other than that, there's another campaign currently running. That's Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Classic Crows. They're at a magic school.
Is there a bus?
I was actually going to say that. Your brain went in the same direction that mine did. Yeah, so they're at an arcane college, currently pursuing helping a little girl, the ghost of a little girl, get some closure.
Aw.
Nice of them.
Does she hang out in the bathroom?
No, they actually told her not to go into the bathroom because she can go through walls. And they said, "Hey,
Oh.
this room right here, stay out of that one, please." Is what they told her.
Well, there goes my Harry Potter reference.
I got the reference.
Mm,
It was
I did not. I have not watched a single Harry Potter.
Bless.
How the hell?
I was watching Sonic the Hedgehog and shit when I was a kid. I don't know.
Understandable.
Taste.
Other than that, thank you everybody for watching. If you're watching the VOD, thank you as well.
Good night, everyone.
Players, thank you for playing.
Thank you.
I have
for...
taken the test. I did actually get Slytherin.
Other than that, I suppose we can end here.
Alrighty.
Woohoo!
Woo!
All right then. You guys have a good night.
You too, Jay. Good
Thank
night,
you.
chat.